Hello everybody, good evening. So this Asia Cup team selection has really uh, triggered a lot of discussions on the social media about who should have been there, who should have not been there, and all that. While the Indian Women's World Cup team, which is a bigger event, has been selected, but hardly any talk about the team selection or anything. Probably much of the selection was almost a foregone conclusion, with only the Shefali Verma. Uh, thing was a little bit in the doubt, but then not much talk about the Indian World Cup squad, but then huge discussions about the Indian men's Asia Cup squad, which is a much lesser tournament than a World Cup. Well, Shreyas Iyer not being in the team, in the squad, is a big surprise, because Shreyas has done very well of late for India in white ball cricket. He's done well in Champions Trophy, he's done well in IPL, he led Punjab Kings to a final, and he's himself performed very well. It's very surprising that Shreyas Iyer, also a very fine player of spin, and in Dubai and all those places, you have to play a little bit of spin. So I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised, and a lot of people are really surprised that Shreyas Iyer is not part of the Indian team for the Asia Cup. On the other hand, Shubman Gill being a part of the Indian team for the Asia Cup is a little bit surprising. I'll not say surprising, but I think India selectors could have given Gill a little bit of rest. He had a very hard England tour. He did very well as a batsman. He did pretty well as a captain, and a lot of hard work has gone through in the England series. Maybe with more test matches coming, and now that Gill is batting well, started to bat well in test cricket in overseas, I think probably a little more focus in test cricket would have been better. Test cricket and one day cricket, not much. I think he was not really required for Asia Cup, actually, to be very honest, in this tournament. uh, the selectors could have done well with more fringe players, Team India A players, rather than Shubman Gill and Bumrah also. So I don't think Shubman Gill really needed to be selected for the Asia Cup. Maybe he's been given the vice captaincy, he might lead all the formats once after a certain point of time. Same thing for Jasprit Bumrah. I don't think he really was required to play in this Asia Cup. I have already told in my first videos why Bumrah in the Asia Cup. We could have tried other bowlers, and Yashasvi Jaiswal's exclusion from the T20 World Cup is, I think I'm happy with that, because see, he needs to focus a little more on Test cricket. He's played some loose shots during the England series, although he ended the series on a high. 400 plus runs is a good result, but then on the whole he has been a little bit loose in England. I think he needs to focus more on Test cricket. His attacking flair will bring him back into T20 cricket anytime, so that's not a problem. So overall, okay selection, but it's